Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I want to come back with some Real Housewives of Potomac talk. I have a little bit of notes, a couple of things that I've seen going on in the Twitter streets I want to give my 2 cents about real quick so we can put a nice big bow on Potomac and see what the girls give next season for season 6. The first thing I want to do is an unboxing for my LaDame. I ordered this off of HSN. This is the packaging that it comes in. Nice, simple, sleek, elegant, classy, kind of like Karen. It says LaDame Fragrance by Karen Huger. I got this off of HSN. I believe they had a Black Friday sale. And I got the rollerball and the actual perfume. I don't know how many ounces. How many ounces is it? 3.4 fluid ounces container of perfume for $50. And you know that's a deal because most of the time the rollerball is $30 alone. I wanted to do a true unboxing and give you all my true reaction to the fragrance. Like, I have not smelled this. I want it to be an authentic reaction. I've already seen the packaging online. I mean, classic, simple. I like the little jewels right here. I'm hoping I like this Karen girl because, I mean, I am a Gucci Bloom girl. I love Gucci Bloom. I love Chance by Chanel. I love everything by Marc Jacobs. I'm a floral girl. And everyone has says Karen's fragrance has an old lady smell. And most old lady smells, like my sister says, a lot of my perfumes have the old lady smell because she doesn't like florals, but I do. So let's see what you give, Karen girl. Let's see what you give. It's not floral. I like it. It's definitely not my Gucci Bloom or my Chance by Chanel. It gives me a Chanel family vibe. I can't really tell what's in it, but it smells good. I'm not mad that I wasted my $50. It's not giving me the rose and the floral notes that I love in my perfume, but it smells good. Like, I wouldn't mind walking around smelling like this. So let's go ahead. I'm having a spades party tonight. Let's go ahead and squirt that on. That will be the fragrance of the night. Great job, Karen. Like, I love to support. And if you ever by chance come across this video, like I said, I love the product. I love the smell. Make another fragrance like LaDame Floral. Like, put a little bit of rose or something in the next one, because that's what I'm looking for. But anyway, let's jump right on to the notes I have for Potomac. You all know that Monique put in her notice. She quit. She no longer wants to be on the show. I covered that in the reunion video a little bit. I'm not mad at that. I think that's the best thing for Monique, because next season would just be another gangbang. It would just be not Karen. It would be Giselle, Robin, Wendy, Candace, the tears, the post-it notes. It would be all of that 2.0. None of them would want to film with her. If they were forced to film with her, it would be awkward. It'd be a lot of shady comments, a lot of provoking, a lot of bullshit, a lot of Giselle stirring up shit in the background. And for that little check, like Monique said, it's not worth it. Like, her family comes first. She doesn't need it. She don't even really need that little check for her projects. Her man making coins. Investments, boo. You know. So a lot of people were trying to shade Monique and was like, well, I bet you she quit because she was offered a friend of contract. And if she was, I mean, honestly, that's what I would expect, because that's what Portia got when Portia dragged Kenya that season. She got a friend of the next season. Even though she got a friend of check, Portia was still pretty much the star of that season. Like, she still was in every scene on all the events. So I don't care what kind of contract they offered Monique. I feel like her leaving the show was best. Now, I did check out her video, Drag Queens. It was cute. It was really cute. Like, Monique was doing her thing. She was dancing. She had real drag queens in there. Now you let them show you up, Monique. You let them, they was dancing you down, walking you down. You let them show you up in your own video, girl. But the video was cute. The song was a no. I said, let it be a one and done, Monique. Like, your flow, I feel like I got a hair. Your flow is not trash. Like, it was a straight up diss song to Candace. It was a bragging song about whooping her ass, talking about you asked for it and you got it. I like the breakdown, like when it slowed down and you start doing that whine. I like that part, Monique. But it's not a hit, but it was cute. It was cute. All the housewife ladies do little cute things. It is what it is. Let's move on to what I heard in the tour the streets. I've been watching Potomac videos, you know, the aftermath of people commenting on the reunions and things like that, the ladies. And so the first little bit of stuff I seen in the Twitter, YouTube streets was Wendy is out here talking shit. I'm not going to read everything she said. You got to go on somebody else's video and they'll break down everything she said. But the gist of what Wendy is saying is, Karen, she's saying Karen is nothing without Ray. Like, if she wouldn't have had Ray, Karen wouldn't be shit. And she says, I can come on this show and stand alone without Eddie. You know, she doing her elitist thing. I'm sorry, somebody called my phone. But she was doing her thing, was like, me and my 4 degrees would be enough to be on the Housewives. I don't need a husband. So I thought that was kind of trash. And I kind of feel like Wendy, because you know they start filming, January is in a few days. I don't know what part of January, but probably within the next 30 days, they're going to start filming. I feel like she's setting up for a Wendy versus Karen storyline, which I wouldn't do it, Wendy. I wouldn't do it. You're too smart. You're too smart. You should know by now that Karen is a fan favorite. Karen is a fan favorite of the show. Even outside of the whole Monique versus Candace, I know a lot of people like Monique. I personally like Karen the best. I love the Grand Dame above all the ladies since season 1. So don't do it to yourself, Wendy. That's not a battle you're going to win. A lot of people are going to side with Karen. You're going to look like a bully picking on Karen, like you already look stupid talking about her sex life. Does her coochie get wet for Ray? All of what you was doing. Your 2 comments, too many. You were already doing too much then. So now coming for Karen saying she's nothing without her husband, it's not a good look. And you're going to set yourself up to get your feelings hurt on social media. And we're going to get to what I think you should do later, because I got some more comments. But don't play yourself with that. Like, I just don't like the way she said that. Like, I can stand alone with my degrees. I don't need a husband. Like, Karen needs a husband. She wouldn't have no money. She wouldn't have no... You don't know what this woman would have had without her husband. We don't know what how anybody's life would turn if they would have made a yes or a no. Like, you don't know where Karen would be if she chose not to be with Ray. You have a crystal ball, Wendy. See, that's why I don't like you. And I'm trying to give you another chance, because I feel like, I said it in my notes. I said, Wendy, you're playing reality star too hard when you should just be being yourself. I know I said that in incorrect English, but you should just be yourself. I feel like you're trying too hard to come off shady. I could read. I'm an elitist. I have 4 degrees. I feel like you're doing too much to be on TV, when I would like you so much more if you would just be yourself. Because I like you so much more when you're outside of the group. When I look at Wendy, when she's with her family, her kids, her husband, and they're doing fun stuff around the house, I like you. I like you when you were in your element of that, was it a get ready to vote or some kind of political event you had? I liked you then. All this let's play reality star I don't like. But let's move on. Wendy also says she's ready. She knows, I think because she was addressing that Monique is no longer on the show, like she heard Monique quit. She knows that next season things could turn on her. Now, one or two things. Either Wendy got some tea that she knows is getting ready to come out and she's preparing she's preparing for her tea to be spilled all over national TV, or two, she ain't as dumb as she looks. Like, I need Candace and Wendy to be on Ready next season without Monique. Giselle, and I'm going to address Giselle next. Giselle, let me address it right now. I said, why is Giselle the head bitch in charge? Yes, she's a bitch. But why is she the head bitch in charge? She brings nothing to the circle. It's like she's the key holder to the group, to the circle, to the friend circle. Why? She brings nothing to it. She's messy. She's a gossip. She's not the elitist of the circle who can introduce you to all the grand people of the parties and get you up on the social scene. Like, Giselle's still trying to climb to get in as well. You know, her greatest claim to fame is her ex-husband. So, I don't understand who put Giselle in charge and why you ladies grovel to her to be in charge, to be a part of her friend circle, and for what? I just don't understand. So I need Wendy and Candace to be on Ready because Giselle only works for this reality show when she has a target. Giselle only works for reality TV when she can be messy. If you think back, Candace can't see beyond the fight and all the stuff that she went through on social media. I don't want to get back into that. But Candace, if you think back just a few episodes before you and Monique went into it, you was just groveling to Giselle to forgive you when Giselle was on Twitter first talking about you living in your mama house. You responded by saying, shut the fuck up. You got this, tear down a $900,000 treehouse, whatever you said. It was a good read and she deserved it. She started the shit, but you were on TV begging for her forgiveness. Like, you apologized to the bitch 3 times. I didn't understand why you had to apologize at all. You were responding to her. So all I have to say is you two need to be ready because Giselle is not loyal. I don't know why she gets to be in charge. And now that her main target for 4 seasons has left, she has to antagonize somebody or she doesn't work. But let's move on. What else did I say about, let's move on from that. Because I really want to know, y'all get in the comments, who put Giselle in charge and why does she get to stay there? And if she's bringing something to the friend circle that I don't see, let me know. Let's move on to Robin. Now, it's a rumor that Robin's contract was for a friend of the show, as it should have been the past 4 seasons. And as of right now, a friend of the show is still too much. Like, she is like a Charisse to me. She's someone who, yeah, that's my good girlfriend, and she can come to the baby shower and say a little hee hee ha ha, but she ain't really got to be on the show. You don't have to give her any coins because Robin brings absolutely nothing. And let me say this, Robin, real quick. You need to open your eyes because Giselle, I can see Giselle easily flipping on you as well. And that's probably what you need to do. Like, maybe instead of this fake relationship with Jamal that we know it's not going to work next season because Jamal has already said, even if it was real or not, then it is no longer right now. Whatever, real or fake, it is no longer. So I don't know what Giselle going to do next season when it comes to having a man. But maybe you, since I show you your good girlfriend, y'all could be good girlfriends behind the scenes, but maybe y'all need to fall out, and that would be interesting. Like, maybe y'all could play fight or something because neither one of y'all, I don't see what either one of y'all gonna get. But some people in the Twitter streets are saying Robin wasn't even offered a contract at all. Now that's what I would hope for. Like, Monique is gone. Let Robin go. I would like to see how Giselle could maneuver through this reality TV show without a sidekick, without someone, because no one else is gonna blindly follow your bullshit like Robin. Like, I think Wendy is a little bit smarter than that, but I don't too much know. But I would like to see how Giselle could maneuver on her own. Now, I was watching DJ Richie Sky. He was doing a thing about what he thinks people should do for season 6, and I kind of just, instead of typing it all out in the comments, please go watch his video, because I don't want anyone to think I'm just repeating his video. I'm kind of commenting to his video or my video and adding my 2 cents. So what some ideas he had for next season for the ladies. I don't agree with half of it, so that's why I didn't want to put it all in the comments. Number 1, he says for Candace to bring Dorothy as a friend of or family member to the show, and we need to see more of Dorothy. I wholeheartedly disagree. Wholeheartedly disagree. We don't need Mama Joyce 2.0. We've already seen Dorothy's personality and how she is in the presence of her daughter, and we don't like it. We've already seen how Dorothy has fucked up her daughter's upbringing into thinking that she's entitled, into thinking that she's better than, to think that she can play this victim card. We've already seen Dorothy talk down. Like, the best thing Dorothy can do, especially if she's some kind of psychologist or psychiatrist, is stay off this show, because I don't see how she's gonna phaser herself, because I don't see how she has any clients the way that Dorothy acts. And the only thing I could think of is somebody get Dorothy a therapist. Like, seriously. I don't need to see any more of her mother, because what she's going to do, and I think that's kind of why Candy kind of backed up on letting Mama Joyce be on the show so much, because you know how your mama is. And you know how you're going to have to always respond, and you're not going to let anybody just come for your mother. You keep putting Mama Dorothy on this show, people are going to come for her. They're going to read her. They're going to drag her. Her personality is not one that needs to be on the forefront of TV. Like, I just don't think that's a good idea. I would like to see Candace, kind of like Giselle without Robin, stand alone. I wrote down a lot of notes, because outside of this whole fight thing, like, yes, I like Monique. Yes, I don't blame Monique for whopping Candace. But I will say that Monique was wrong. Monique touched Candace first. The narrative in social media was that Candace started the fight. And as we saw it, that was not true. But I like Candace. I do. I feel for Candace. I do feel like a lot of people do antagonize her and provoke her on social media. But Candace's problem is she doesn't know how to not respond. And when she does respond, she says a lot of fucked up shit that has cost her a lot of money. Like, she's lost engagement. I can't remember all the fucked up shit she did, but I think she said something against, was it veterans, or I don't know. I don't want to say it incorrectly, but she goes so hard at people that she talks her way out of opportunities. I would like for Candace to sometimes to just learn you don't have to respond. Yes, people are fucked up, but you're responding to people you don't even know. Number 2. I'm sorry, my son is upstairs with them weights. I can hear him dropping them on the floor. Number 2, I would like to see Candace stand alone. I would like to see her grow in her relationship with her husband, because I love seeing her and Chris together. If she decides to have a baby or not, I don't know. I would like to see what other business ventures Candace can come up with, because she's going back to school for her MBA. What is she going to do with that? I would like to see, where's this recording career going, because you did get a record deal, didn't you, girl? And I like that remix. I say it all the time. I think as far as talent, like, Candace is one of the most talented housewives on this franchise. I ain't gonna say of them all, but on this franchise, like, she had that movie, The Christmas Lottery. A lot of people, I think, just because they don't like Candace, was like, it was bad acting, but I thought she did a good job. Now, yes, she was playing herself for the most part, but I think she did a good job. She acts better than Candy. Her acting is way better than Candy's. So I would like to see Candace stand alone and grow. Now that the person who dragged you is not on the show, you don't have to worry about Monique. You can let the trauma, you don't have to be around your trigger of trauma. I would like to see you stand alone and see what you're going to do with your life. Number 2, DJ Richie was like, he want to see Ivy come to the show. And I was like, who was Ivy? And he said Ivy was or is Wendy's sister. My memory ain't that good, I don't recall. But I do recall all the scenes Wendy shot with her family and like at the Sip and See. I like Wendy outside of the group. I would love to see more of Wendy with her family. I wouldn't mind her sister Ivy being like a Lauren and coming to some of the cast trips and things like that, and allowing Wendy to be more of herself, because I feel like when Wendy is with the girls alone, she's playing reality star, and when she's with her family, she's with Wendy. So I would love to see Wendy with more of her family. He said he wants Bravo to pull Robin's card and see if she will walk down the aisle like, look, you can come back as a friend of the show this season. If you don't get married, you're fired. It's already, I don't see what's wrong with that, because it was already rumored that Bravo told Robin and Juan to get engaged this season or she was fired. Like, they had to do something. And it's just so strange that a flute holder, they hold the champagne flutes, only got 2 minutes of the last 30 minutes of the show out of the whole 3-part reunion. Like, Robin, you brought nothing. I'm going to look up these embellished hats, because I don't really dislike Robin. I dislike Robin with Giselle, but it's one of the hats that I really did like, and I want to try to order it in support. And I really just want to see if they're still around, since you was bragging how they paid off your taxes and everything. But, yeah, I feel like if, oh, my hair is itching, I'm sorry. I feel like if Bravo does that, they're just going to say they can't get married because of the pandemic and try to squeeze out another year's paycheck. But Robin and Juan can go to the courthouse for their wedding. Honestly, we don't even have to see it on TV. It's gonna be tacky. Giselle. He says he wants Giselle to come out with all of this honesty and admit that the Jamal thing was a lie. And all I want is for Giselle to admit that she can't find a man. I don't care about the Jamal thing being a lie or not, because I have common sense and intuition, and everything says to me that it was a lie. So I don't need for her to admit it. I honestly would like to see Giselle do an episode of Ayanna, because I think she does need help. Someone to get to the root of her bitterness. I don't know if it stems from the pain of that ex-husband, the embarrassment of being the first lady and having baby mamas on the same church pew as you. Like, I don't know where that bitterness starts. I know it has to be an embarrassment. And that's not your fault, girl. Now, it is your fault that you still married the man and he was cheating on you throughout the whole engagement. Now, that's your fault, because that was your choice. But somewhere Giselle has to let that go. And she's going to need professional, because Giselle is the type of person, she doesn't like to see people happy. She doesn't like to see, as much as she was running around like, oh, I want Juan to propose, all this, all that. I honestly, Giselle, if you look at the people on the show, the people who are really happy, she goes for them, like a Karen, like a Monique. She was going after Candace. Her best friend is a bitch who's been in the same situation as you. Juan was cheating all up on Robin, all pushing out babies and stuff. So I would like for Giselle to let go of that bitterness and to be her true self. Because he did say in his video, we don't really know Giselle. And if this is the true Giselle, just a bitter bitch, you need help. Hurt people, go get yourself some help. Like, I really would like for Ayanna to work some things out with Giselle, and for Giselle to come with a fresh, like, Monique isn't there. You hated Monique. You did everything you had to do, and Monique is gone. What else do you have to give? And get a stylist, girl. But let's move on. Ashley, I 100% agree with when he says no more Michael Darby scandals. Like, your storyline every season can't be, my husband grabbed the ass, no he didn't. My husband slept with a stripper, no he didn't. He was drunk and fell asleep in a room. Like, every season can't be about a TMZ breakout story of Michael Darby. And I'm highly pissed that Andy, number one, Bravo doesn't condone violence, and we just had to show you all this so you could see the whole picture. But you didn't show the whole picture of Candace's live, and I agree wholeheartedly, where you showed Chris Samuel's reaction to the live, but you didn't show Candace's live, so the people who aren't in the tour de streets, they don't know what Chris Samuels was reacting to. And then you tried to play like, it wasn't no plot. It was what plot? You could find Monique's live, but you couldn't find Candace's. Like, I don't blame them for quitting. But I done lost my whole point because I done got mad for a second. Oh, but you on TV talking about you don't condone violence. And we done seen all these other non-melanated housewives be violent. And you ain't had no problem showing that. Ain't none of them been reprimanded. But it's like, violence, no. But this man has sexually assaulted. That's what it's called. When you touch someone on their ass without their permission, that is sexual assault. No, you didn't stick nothing up in them, but that is still assault when you grab someone without their permission. And if Michael would have grabbed a female cameraman, not cameraman, but a female camera worker, whatever it's called, or if he would have done something, you wouldn't have it. And I feel like because he grabbed a man's ass and the men aren't throwing holy hell about it, we just gonna sweep it under the rug. Like, we didn't see it with our own eyes. We saw it the season he did it to Katie's boyfriend, and then we just saw the clip of him doing it to a cameraman at that same event. And it's okay. Michael Darby gets, oh, I just got a few questions for your husband. No, he should be fired. He should be not asked to come back. He can no longer be allowed around production because he can't keep his hands to himself. And Bravo, you all are keeping your network open to a huge liability, because if next season, you know how people do. They keep doing stuff. If they feel like they can keep getting away with it, they're going to keep doing it, because this is what, now his third time. I believe 100% he touched that cameraman in Monique's house. I don't care what Monique or Ashley say. But if he does it again, on camera or off, he now has a history of it. They call that, is it precedence? Whatever the legal word is. He has a history of it. And they're going to say, you keep putting, the employee is going to sue the shit out of you and say, you keep putting us in this situation where you know this man keeps violating production. And you opening yourself up for a huge liability. Michael Darby shouldn't even be allowed back on set. Period. And that pisses me off that you drug Chris Samuels so low, where y'all wanted to make him seem like he was some kind of woman abuser when you knew he was speaking out of anger because these women, fuck the word plot, were saying that that baby was not his. And we saw Giselle say it on camera. It just was not aired. And you all made it seem like he was, what Jamal said, he got CTE and all this other bullshit, when we've seen Michael violate people and nothing has happened. The last thing he said that I 100% agree with is we need 2 new housewives that actually live in Potomac. Because how is it Real Housewives of Potomac and the only person that currently lives there now is Karen? So we do need 2 new housewives, because you can't bring one, because if you bring in one, they just gonna bully that one. You need to bring in 2. Y'all need to band together and stand up to Giselle. We need some with great personality. And the last thing he said that I 100% agree with, they need to be in Potomac, because we need someone who's living the lifestyle. Like the Real Housewives franchise is supposed to be a group of women living a certain type of lifestyle where we're peeking in through our television screens to a lifestyle that most of us are not living. We aren't a part of this 1%. And it seems like now we're looking at people living in houses right next door to us. And Robin is living in apartments down at the mall. So we see that every day. Like, that was my college life, what Robin is doing. So, yes, we need more authentic housewives of Potomac who have the opulence and can give us a little something we ain't never seen. All right, well, that's all I have to give for the Housewives of Potomac. I probably will not be discussing Potomac until summer 2021 because I need a break. And you all know that another one of my favorite shows is starting this Friday, RuPaul's Drag Race. We will be starting our engines and seeing which of the best women wins. I cannot wait for that this Friday. So, you know, the reviews will be up this weekend. So, that LaDame, it smells good. That was a great job, Karen. Anyway, I will see you all later and talk to you soon. Bye.